Her Oaks win was devastating. She was a long way off them, but she picked up the field in 3 bounds and just showed that this filly had an enormous turn of force.
She's the type of horse that you might only come across once in your lifetime.
And Unforgotten getting the split now.
Unforgotten was bred by Coolmore and offered for sale through the Curramore draft in New Zealand. She was bought for $360,000 by Chris Waller Racing and Guy Mulcaster.
From day one when we purchased her, she always had a bit of presence, but just the way she walked, the body nice and strong, that we could identify to be what we would hope for, a classic 3-year-old filly, and that's exactly the way it worked out. Pretty straightforward horse really, always showed us ability. We just took her quietly in her 2-year-old year, then started to ramp things up as a 3-year-old, and she made an instant impact, winning a few races in a row, and each time we stepped her up, she never let us down.
Holy Snow grabbed the front from Unforgotten. Unforgotten going to Holy Snow. Unforgotten got up. Unforgotten bloused out Holy Snow. That's quite a tale. Last ditch attempt to get it to the races today. Trialling on Thursday, winning on Saturday.
The first time I rode Unforgotten was in the ATC Oaks, and I remember going into the race very confident. I remember High Arm, who had won the Vinery in the lead-up, was a bold front-running type which was going to ensure a really genuinely run ATC Oaks of that year, and I actually got strung up in traffic, I remember, as we approached the 600 metre mark and had to come out and around the whole field, and I think it was some 6 or 7 lengths I had to make up on High Arm, and Unforgotten did it in style. It was a really special victory.
Unforgotten is throwing out the lasso, and Unforgotten moves up to High Arm. They're broken clear, but Unforgotten gets the other hand now and starts to edge away, and it's a favourite's victory in the Australian Oaks. Unforgotten by a length to High Arm.
She's a shining star, and I think today it's just a sample of a bit more to come yet. She's a very good horse.
Fastest Oaks ever run, race record. She loved that pace, didn't she?
Yeah, it was a true test, but as you can see there, she's just a very calm, relaxed filly, and gee, that excites me.
She could be positioned anywhere in her races, plus she had a great turn of foot, so she was able to get herself out of tricky situations and finished the races off very strongly. So the Chelmsford win as a 4-year-old was close to her best win. She beat a very good field of horses and beat them comfortably, weaved her way through them, and I think a good display of how good she actually was.
She showed her versatility in that race when she was held up in behind runners. I in fact thought it was more of a dominant win than her Oaks win.
But Unforgotten's drawn clear, and Unforgotten goes on to win the Chelmsford.
And how were you feeling at the furlong?
Better than I was at the 300. I had the horse to take me places I wouldn't go on many, but she's pretty smart and it's lovely to be back on her. Obviously she raced against Winx 2 weeks ago and it was a real eye-catcher finishing off late. No, this filly's all class.
Great job, Hugh, well done.
She's by our champion sire, Fastnet Rock, and a horse who's becoming a wonderful broodmare sire, obviously the broodmare sire of champion sprinter Santa Ana Lane, but she's out of a Galileo mare, one of the best stallions in the world, if not the best.
That Galileo blood is just dominant, and we're seeing it week in, week out in European racing, but we're also seeing it down here in Australia.
Physically, she's an example of what's in her pedigree. She can win from 1200 to 2400 metres, truly versatile. Posing mare, she's got size, she's got scope, she's got a beautiful head on her and eye and big ears on her and a truly magnificent action on her. Just in the prep on the walker there, the other 9 mares do a tough keeping up with her on the walker. They're at a trot and she's just striding out. So enormous stride length on her at the walk. True quality in a mare and everything a top breeder would look for.